Hi, thank you for watching today and welcome back to my channel if you're a returning viewer, and if you're a new viewer, thank you for watching. Today we're going to be going through a movie which once again I put up on my Instagram as a poll between two films. Evil Dead, One Out. So that's what we'll be going through today, and here is my copy of the 2013 remake of Evil Dead. This one was directed by Fede Alvarez and stars Jane Levy, Shiloh Fernandez and Lou Taylor Pucci, among others. And like I said, it is a remake of the original Sam Raimi 1981 classic Evil Dead, but with a much bigger budget and better effects. So the story in itself does start very differently. A very different style of film. It starts out with a very extreme exorcism to expel the demon, or as they are known, Deadites. It's a very interesting opening scene, very different from the original, from the source material, and it kind of creates its own, I guess, own universe in a way. And I was kind of interested to see more of the, I guess, the people that were performing the exorcism. I would have liked to have seen more of them, and who knows, maybe something like that will happen in the future. But as the story progresses, a little bit of time goes forward. 5 friends turn up to the cabin in the woods, as always is the case, to help Mia kick a drug addiction. And that's where everything starts to go wrong. One thing I will note is the style of the film, especially the visual style from the demon's eye view, which in the original Evil Dead from Sam Raimi had that unique feel where you were going through the forest with the demon's eye view, watching them go through. And they do that a few times in this film, and it's kind of like a homage to the original. It's really well done. It's very stylish, looks really good. In fact, the whole film, it's just a cut above the rest. It's a really good film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. In fact, when this movie first came out back in 2013 in Australia, there was a huge uproar about it. Like, people were trying to get it banned. They didn't want it being shown in cinemas. Eventually it did pass. There was no banning of it. And I remember going to see it in the cinemas, and like, I walked out of there like, wow, that's something. Like, yes, it's a remake, and remakes do have that stigma, but I think over the more recent film reviews that I've done with, say, Night of the Living Dead, which will be coming up hopefully, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, even the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all these remakes, they do have a stigma attached to them where, you know, they're not as good as the original. But to be honest, I think this one is a step above the original in the feel of it. The movie has a very raw feeling to it. And that really hits home about 35 minutes into it. You get that feeling of this uneasiness, like this, something's going to happen. And when it hits that 35-minute mark, you see the demon's eye view going through the forest, and the possessions start. The book of the dead is found, the possessions start, and things really go quickly from bad to worse. It really does progress, and there is a couple of scenes which I'm going to mention here, and so if you haven't seen this film, just go away, because spoilers. The bathroom scene where one of the characters is being attacked, Eric is being attacked by, and I felt sorry for Eric, he really does end up being a human pincushion by the end of this film. He's being attacked by his girlfriend who's possessed by a deadite, and this needle he has to pull it out from under his eye. It's a very quick scene, but the effects in it are really good. There's Mia, who's possessed in the basement, which is a nod to the original film, of course, and a box cutter, and yeah, her tongue becoming forked thanks to the box cutter. There's the electric knife scene, which kind of throws back to Evil Dead 2 with Ash cutting off his hand. You get the gist of it there. The nail gun scene with Eric again, and just like getting shot with a nail gun, the poor guy. It's a very brutal film. It's very visceral. Yeah, like they're probably the best two words to describe this movie. It's brutal and it's visceral. The special effects are fantastic throughout the film, from where to go, the look of the Deadites, the feel they give off. They really are not just kooky, possessed, kind of comedic as it was portrayed in the originals. These guys are full-on demons. Like, they are there to mess with your head. They are there to kill you, no doubt about it. But the actual story is they bring up this demon. If 5 souls are possessed or killed, this super Deadite will rise. But I was left very disappointed with that. I thought it could have been a lot better, but it was still a good ending. Like, the actual ending itself was quite good. Left it open for a sequel. So hey, here's hoping, because this film, out of any, deserves a sequel. But there you go. I'm actually gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10. Pretty high praise for this one. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's, like I said, it is brutal. It's visceral. Like, the special effects really show that. A lot of physical effects and not too much CGI. There was some CGI for flames and removing of wires, things like that. But otherwise, it's pretty much all practical effects. There's apparently, according to IMDb, in the trivia, 70,000 gallons of blood was used in this film, which, in that final act, that final end scene, yeah, I can definitely see that being 70,000 gallons worth of blood, or fake blood. Like I said, Evil Dead 2013, definitely worth a watch in my opinion. If you haven't seen it, do so. It's amazing. It's a really good film. Highly recommend it. Okay, so that's my review of Evil Dead. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate if you would hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out a lot, and I'll be back next week with another review. Make sure you check out my Instagram, which I'll put the link for down below, because every Monday, or depending on where you are, Sunday, I will put a poll up on there to vote for what I'll review next week. Thank you very much for joining. Have a good one. Bye.